we expose that as well.
Now, I'm just going to go over the beginning part of Ghost Live from this morning. If there's any credit to be given, I will give it, regardless, whether that be good or bad. Firm but fair.
So yeah, definitely taking credit for that. And yeah, on a side note, you have Lubna saying that she's leaving. Now with Lubna, I've got like mixed feelings. I'm not gonna lie. Like, big up, is that Aduki? Or somebody else? Aduki, is that you? Alright. Guys, you'll have to give me a second to add you, yeah? Just hold fire. If it's not Aduki, then just give me a second. I'm just gonna find a safe spot to pull over. And then... So, with Lubna it's like... I don't know what this woman was playing at. She was like... Even in the positive things, she'll put a negative spin on it and just attack the Pakistani community to appease the far right. And now she's saying she's being threatened. Like, you know, although I don't agree with Lubna, just that you know, her life should not be put in danger. That's a given. Like, nobody should be attacking her physically and stuff like that. Now, there's people on YouTube try to blame me for it. Go said he's gonna go for Lubna. Yeah, I did say that, but did I go for her? How many videos did I make on her?
Well, at least you're admitting that you did say these things, Ghost. Not just Ghost, people around Ghost. Now, as far as I know, Lubna's not actually been physically attacked as of yet. It's one of them though, once you start these things, once you start the ball rolling, you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know how it's going to end up. So, for me, just the fact that she's having to move and literally sat there crying that she's having to move and being silenced and whatever. Now, it's being made out like she's just doing it all to get some attention from the far right for a grift or whatever. Fucking dumb cunt. Fucking prick. Yeah, let's carry on.
By going for it is like making videos and exposing them. I just like said it and then I'm gonna be bothered. I'll probably go caught up in another beef. You do know my timetable with beef is like full. Nobody's in the back now. Yeah, I probably got caught up in another beef. So I don't know what's going on with good old Lubna. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with her. Anyway, I didn't agree with anything she said. The only interaction me and her had, we had a few comments. She invited me on to her channel a couple of times. She said, come over. I said, no, you come over here. And, you know, we both left it at that. So...
I can understand why you would want Lubna with her massive following to come to your channel, but why would it be in her benefit to do that? It wouldn't. If you're the one that's got an issue with her, like you say, Ghost, I'm not going to their channel, they can come to mine. So you's the one with the issue, you's the one with a lot to say, you's the one with people around you with a lot to say. So why would she come to your tiny little channel, realistically? If you had something to say loud and proud, you would go to her channel, wouldn't you? See, for me, when I've got something to say to somebody, I will go to them. I'll go to their channel, and I want their following to hear what's said and acknowledge any evidence that gets put forward, etc. To me, that's the normal way of doing things. You can only see it as clout chasing, Ghost. You know what I mean? Who's got the big following? Her or you, realistically?
I don't know why people are trying to make it out like, yeah, Ghost said he wouldn't do it. Yeah, but Ghost said it. What did Ghost do? Like, can we...
Well, just the fact that you said it and that it's now happening to Lubna and her family, I think it would warrant investigation, wouldn't it, realistically? You've all said and done shit. You can't go, oh, well, you know, I might have said shit, but now it's happening, you know, what did I do? Well, we don't know. Like you've said in the past, you've got an extensive team in the background, and you'll do this, that and the other. Now, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, won't we, I guess. See, the thing is, Lubna's not just some random knobhead off YouTube or whatever. She's a very smart lady. She's got a good standing in the community. She holds a decent position, etc. Now, in my opinion, she's already gone to the police. All she needs, realistically, which I'm gathering she would already have certain bits of evidence or whatever. Now, I personally have got several pieces of evidence. I think it does need investigating properly, and the people that are hiding behind certain fucking ways of keeping it anonymous or whatever, not putting the faces out there, etc. I think they will be brought to the forefront, if I'm honest, because enough has been said to warrant that fucking investigation.
Okay. I don't have to worry about the back now. Keep driving and keep ping. Yeah, so those that are trying to say, oh, Ghost, the one that did Lubna, no. Nah, I'm not like that. Like, most I'll do is videos and I'll mock you and this and that, but I'm not going to go around threatening you. Come on, man. That's not my style. It's not the way I do things. Lubna, you know, now she's like, now they say, go for me, what they're going to put more to this, man. Like, come on, man, the Pakistani community is not that dangerous. Like, they're not that dangerous. They've not attacked anybody yet. So, like...
Is this your version on comedy, your take on comedy, Ghost? They're not that dangerous, no? So, just off my own personal experience or whatever, I had some mad cunt try and stab me in the face. For speaking out at a mosque or whatever. They didn't stab me in the face, ended up with it in my hand or whatever, defensive wound or whatever. So let's dig it back a little bit further back. So Mo Fires, he went under the name of or whatever, who was around for a good few years or whatever. He's been attacked many times. He's had to move many times. His friend from Bradford has also been attacked. He's had his legs broke. He's been beat the shit out of. He's had to move. When he did move, Come on, get out of my way, you fucking mong. Move, dickhead. Now, when he did move, he had to move under the escort of armed police. We could just keep pulling up fucking millions of examples where the Pakistani community and Muslims as a whole are very dangerous. What's that woman that was fucking stabbed in the face in the park? I can't think of her fucking name. The Christian woman or whatever that was stabbed in the face. I can't think of her name. There's countless fucking examples of the Muslim community as a whole being very dangerous. Savages. Do you know what I mean? Just because people are speaking out against the evil, racist, violent, cult-like fucking ideology. Madness.
Just calm down. Yeah, but in terms of Babs and her racism, wow, did you hear it? She's gone nuts. And she can't say she didn't know. She did it a few weeks ago, and everybody told her then as well. But she can't say, oh, I didn't know. She was clearly aware what she was doing.
Well, maybe Lubna shouldn't have said that 60% of Pakistanis are inbred. Maybe that would help.
Well, to be honest with you,
well, if it's true, isn't it?
Lubna, she was going a bit wild when she was bringing up videos from like 3-4 years ago and doing it. She was on full grift, wasn't she? She was making money from YouTube and.
Because you don't do that then, Ghost. You don't pull old videos out, no? Just Lubna. Okay.
Yes,
The thing is, the grift gets you, man. The grift catches up with you. You can't take people's money.
I'm not being funny, but Lubna does not need to fucking grift. She don't need donations, blah blah blah, whatever. She had a good fucking job, Ghost. Unlike any of the people around this situation or whatever, fucking hell, she was doing well.
And then, like, I don't want Lubna to ever feel that her life's under threat or her children's life under threat, but she's responsible for her own words.
Well, it's nice that you don't now she's under threat, but a while ago it seemed like the exact opposite of that, Ghost.
Like, you do madness and like cry and play the victim. Like Tommy Robinson, he's the one that slandered the bloody child, and then all his supporters were like, free Tommy, even though he went guilty. And now he even wrote, I will never take off this video, never surrender, no surrender to the state. And he surrendered. He surrendered after a few fucking months. Nelson Mandela, my fucking ass. He was in.
No, I don't know what this Tommy surrendered stuff is or whatever. Has he offered to take the video down? I don't know. For me, he's already done. He's already done what he's needed to do. There's no point dragging it out and staying in prison longer if he can get out by taking it down. The fact that they've sent him down for a civil matter and put him in a maximum security prison when anybody else would have just been under home arrest or a tag or, worst case scenario, an open prison. The fact that they haven't done that and whatever has woke the world up. You don't need to sit anywhere any longer if he can get out by taking it down. He's already done his job. The world's awake now, and the world can see that our government has had a big part to play in this shit or whatever, in silencing the truth. The fact that people like you, Ghost, and people like Bella have not got an issue with our government paying people that know shit to stay silent you've got no issue with them non-disclosure agreements being signed and people being paid to be silent, speaks volumes. It really does.
Cell with TV, had access to email, had a laptop that you was fucking watching porn on and ordering food at the same time probably. You had it all and you still surrendered. Now
Ordering food. You do know it's a prison, don't you, Ghost? You can't just like order Uber Eats or some shit. What the fuck?
the state know you're weak. You are weak. Like, it's embarrassing. And you're a fan.
I think, to be honest, Ghost, somebody like yourself that's hiding behind a fucking false avatar and whatever, calling anybody that puts their face forward, has been attacked by all kinds of people. Somebody that's had people trying to blow him up with bombs and machine guns and whatever, that are now having to serve massive sentences. To call him weak is just a bit hypocritical, isn't it, Ghost, if we're honest?
I tried to cover it up. Oh, he had 160 views. He didn't have 160 views. He probably didn't even have 50,000 views on the actual YouTube video. You gotta remember, if it comes on, even on Twitter, even if you scroll past it, that still counts as a view. So in reality, he probably had about 50,000 views. Not even that.
Are you mad? Are you mad? Because they've done what they've done, that video has had fucking mad amounts of views. Do you think, fucking hell, do you really think that Tommy was the only one that's put it out? Many people have run that video. Many people have brought attention to that video. You want to try consolidating all the people that have put together and how many people have seen it all around the fucking world, Ghost? About 50,000 views. What the fuck are you on about? You don't have to talk shit, Ghost.
Probably. And majority of the people didn't even know what the fuck was going on. They say, oh, he got locked up because of exposing grooming. He has nothing to do with grooming.
No.
He got locked up for lying and slandering a child. And then he's got his ass handed to him in court. And then because he hurt his ego, a bit like Morris, when his ego's hurt, he will just not admit it. He actually went and...
What he got done for is exposing the government for covering things up, paying people to stay silent, and they didn't want that exposed, and that they'd gone to them lengths, and Tommy put it out anyway, regardless. Whether he did it remotely or he did it himself is neither here nor there. They've took that as, well, we warned you and now you've done it. And that's why Tommy went guilty, because he had done it. Tommy could have stayed abroad. He didn't have to come here and hand himself into a prison sentence, but he did so because he's a man that stands on his convictions. Unlike you, Ghost, unlike you, that's, oh, you know, I didn't want this to happen to Lubna and blah blah blah. That's not what you previously said, is it, Ghost?
Made all this bullshit video.
No. That's not what it is. Anybody who's been arrested, or know anybody who's ever been arrested, been on probation, been on bail, been on parole, you know the rules. You break that fucking court condition, you're going in. I don't care if you got a fucking recipe to make millions of dollars. You broke the court condition, you're going in. And that's why he's in.
Yeah.
He broke the court condition. I don't care what the video says, he's in jail.
Yeah, the video was bullshit anyway.
I don't often agree with Aduka or whatever, but yeah, technically he's right. What was said, what was warned by the court, Tommy went against and felt the need to show what our government's about, covering things up and whatever. So he stood on his convictions and took the fucking sentence that come with it. It's mad. People have got nothing but respect for Tommy worldwide, and I know that hurts you, Ghost. I know that hurts your little narrative, etc. Sort of kills your agenda. But do you know what I mean? That's the truth of the matter.
It was all full of lies, and you know.
It wasn't full of lies, or was it, Ghost? What did the teachers actually say? Did it contradict everything else that was being said? Is that why the government had an issue with Tommy putting the video out? Because it kills their narrative? I think so. Anyone that's not got an issue with people being paid like 20 grand and shit to fucking hold your noise, don't say fuck all. We've said this now, you can't say that because you'll fuck us up. Then the issue lies with you. It is that simple. The truth should be what's important, but it's not to some people, is it?
So he rightly was sent down, and he deserved it. Like, he deserved to be in. Now, you know, worst thing was they were like, oh, Tommy stuck to his convictions. Tommy could have removed the video. Well, why did he remove it now? Because he was going to get another sentence. When they said this sentence finished and the video's still out, you're going down again.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to get more this time. So they will.
Well, if that has been said, I don't know. I've not been following shit or whatever, but I would do the same. He's already done what he needed to do. There's more people awake now worldwide than there ever has been, so he's made his point. He's made his point fuller, and he's gained how much support worldwide? Well, where we are, man.
Oh shit, this backfired a bit. This backfired a bit, just a little bit, eh? Backfired a little bit on you, Tommy. But we all know now that you can't even do simple prison time. You know, you wasn't locked in solitary confinement. No, you wasn't. You're locked up in a room. There's plenty of prisons out there that are 23-hour bang-ups, man. And you wasn't even in a 23-hour bang-up. You had 4 visits a week. You made like 3,000 calls.
Trust me, the UK, America.
It's pretty obvious that you've never been to prison, Ghost. Do you not know what solitary is, or do you not think that he's banged up for all that time anyway, or whatever? It would be more, if anything. It's not like he's getting out to do what other prisoners are doing. I'm not being funny, but people seem to be a bit like dumb around things or whatever. A civil offence is not like a criminal offence. A civil conviction would not be treated like a criminal conviction, and the prisoners should be treated differently, obviously. The fact that they've actually treated Tommy worse than that child murdering scum from Southport, or terrorists from fucking however long, going back as far back as you want, they've treated Tommy far worse than any criminal. Doesn't matter how low that criminal is and how scummy they've been, and they've done so to try and like deter Tommy or anybody else from speaking out against things or whatever. Now, that will only take you so far. It's like when they locked people up over the riots and whatever. If they'd have just locked people up that was throwing bricks and burning shit and attacking people or whatever, people would have been okay with that and think, well, you know, that's part and parcel. If you're going to take part in things like that, you're going to end up in prison. The fact that they've actually gone, well, okay, you know, we're going to lock people up for hurty words on Facebook and other platforms and whatever. Even that, Peter Lynch stood there with a sign and said a few hurty words to the police. He didn't attack anyone, he didn't do anything, whatever. He didn't actually break the law. But he's been put in prison and he's ended up taking his own life because of all the shit or whatever. Now, 90% of people worldwide would not be okay with that and would have an issue with the government for doing that to people. If you don't deserve it, why are they in prison? But it's one of them people from inside a cult that can never see common sense that goes on outside the cult. So I get why Ghost is like this. And there he's been brought into things. Look at the excuses that was offered up for Rashma. Or, you know, she might have just literally justified dirty old men having sex and getting married to children, not even double digits, but you know, she's in a cult, blah blah blah, she's been brainwashed. You can hold that mirror up, that same mirror, to Ghost. Realistically, these people have been born into a cult and believe that anyone that speaks out against that cult, no matter how vile the actions are of the cult, you know, they're obviously gonna have the reaction that Ghost has all the time. So for me, it's, I don't make excuses for people or whatever. It just is what it is. I'm not being funny, but there is other books than one book to read. We've got the internet, whatever. There's loads of ways of like looking beyond that one book and hitting the reality of anybody that's not in a cult and seeing how they think. So yeah, we are where we are.
In a Canadian jail, or a joke. I was watching videos yesterday of El Salvador jails. Fuck, you don't want to be in those fucking jails.
Fuck
Holy
that.
fuck. You should see
You
that.
don't want to be around like Tommy in one of those jails. Fuck. But the issue is like, he had it very easy in jail. He had everything literally in jail. It's like being locked up in lockdown, yeah. You're inside, that's it. Yeah. And you know, his mental health, oh, Tommy's gone weak. They were saying that he doesn't eat prison food. He only eats canteen food. It was exposed in court that he eats prison food. So that's done.
We're
talking about
that's not a good excuse, because the far right, most of the far right are not in jail. They're mental, so it's not the jail.
Yeah, if you're far right,
hey, Babs.
No, Babs has lost the plot, bro. Babs and Gummy have fucking lost the plot. It's like very cheating on them.
The thing is, the actual far right, I mean, I know you lot call anybody far right, which is just a bit weird, but the actual far right never get attacked, never get took to prison. Look at Mark Collette, all the things he's said and done that are racist. Has he ever been put in prison? Does he get all this police investigations, blah blah blah? I'm not being funny, but when they go for Tommy, they go for everyone around him as well, family members and shit. So if he was being investigated now, Ghost, which potentially he could be, to be fair, would you think it'd be okay and acceptable and normal behaviour for the authorities to then go, oh well, we've got these little things on you, Ghost, and if you don't hold your hands up to it and take it on the chin, we've been looking at your wife's stuff on Facebook and your brother-in-laws and this, that and the other, and oh, it looks like you've lied on a mortgage form despite the house being bought and paid for and then sold or whatever. You lied on a form, you committed fraud. You said that you was earning X amount when actually you wasn't, you was earning this. And your wife, oh well, she's been selling some stuff on Facebook. Did she pay the taxes for that? Would you think that was normal behaviour for the police? They're not doing it to anyone else, but they're doing it to Tommy here. They're doing it to the family members of Tommy. So yeah, there's loads and loads of little things that, like, if you looked at it realistically, without your narrative, without your agenda, and you was just able to be honest and open about the situation, you would see they've gone to great lengths to silence Tommy. And realistically, what is it that Tommy's saying and doing that is so worth the authorities going to all these lengths that they don't do with anybody else? Everything that Tommy's said and done has come to fruition. People have seen what Tommy was saying fucking over 10 years ago has been right from day one. There is grooming gangs, despite the authorities trying to cover it up for 40 years. There is grooming gangs, there is terrorists, there is terror plots, there is fucking whatever. And it all comes from your community, Ghost. It all comes from your ideology, Ghost. So, yeah. You can not like it, but the truth, the facts and the evidence proves Tommy to be right from day one. A lot of people hated Tommy back in the day or whatever. How many people, fucking lefties and everything included, have come out and said, oh, I used to think Tommy was a racist and blah blah blah, but now I've seen this, that or the other, and now actually I can see that he was just telling the truth. So Tommy has done his job. Tommy could come out of jail now. Poland has offered to take Tommy in or whatever and give him full citizenship, his whole family full citizenship. Poland don't suffer the same problems that everywhere else does or whatever. Poland don't have Muslim grooming gangs. Poland don't have terrorism. In my opinion, Tommy should take that with both hands and go and live his life in safety with his family, safe, out of harm's way or whatever. He could do shit remotely from over there. There's so many people awake now, and especially the younger generations and whatever. Everyone's awake. Whatever comes next is going to come next regardless. There's no rewinding time. No one's going to go back to sleep. And whatever comes out of this or whatever, I think it kind of needs to. If it has to get really shit before it gets really in a better position or whatever, where things can be made safer for people or whatever, then it is what it is. If it has to get really, really bad, it is what it is. People will accept it for what it is. We cannot just sit back any longer and leave it up to people like Tommy. And I've said this for fuck knows how long. Tommy has done his job. If Tommy come out and never did anything again, do you know what I mean? There's enough people awake. There's so many people that are willing to take it to fucking the next level, the next level, the next level. It is what it is. It is what it is.
They're both like flipping on Welly. That energy normally used to come to me, man. Welly, what have you done? What have you done to him, man? Gumeen all day just sits there reviewing Welly now because she's got nothing else to do, or she's reviewing something to do with black people. Like, get over him, man. Like, and then she's like, I know this case. And just yesterday I heard her trying to say, oh, she didn't actually call the boy an N-word. There's no proof of that.
Right, I'm up to roughly where I came in or whatever, so if there's been any credit to give, I'll give it. I think he's trying to remix a little here and there, Ghost. I think he told some blatant lies, but like I say, I have evidence for loads of shit or whatever, and obviously the Candid with Lubna channel, I was, as far as I'm concerned, one of the main people that pushed that channel. I did warn Lubna what would come from it or whatever eventually. It's just a matter of when, not if, that her own people attack her. So obviously I've stored loads of evidence around that, which I would have like to send things to you, Ghost or whatever, with Jupiter and all this or whatever. It'd be disingenuous of me not to send that information forward, so Lubna can get some fucking evidence to move forward with or whatever. People should be brought to account, just like Jupiter's brought to account or whatever. Is what it is. I don't do double standards. Right, look after each other, stay safe, catch you on the next one.